there's one fighting game that has flown under the radar for far too long, it's Skullgirls. Now, Lab Zero Games has brought Skullgirls' second Encore to the Nintendo Switch, so if you haven't played it, then there is honestly no better time. Skullgirls' second Encore is an enhanced version of 2012's Skullgirls. If you're jumping into the series now, there is a storyline that differs from character to character, but it centers around what is known as the Skull Heart. You see, this Skull Heart has the ability to grant someone a wish, but in the event that the wisher's heart is corrupted, they'll be transformed into a monster that is known as a Skull Girl. The game follows a cast of characters in search of the Skull Girl named Mary to get the Skull Heart and either destroy or use its powers. Depending on the character, players are in for various unique stories. Each story differs in terms of length and presentation, but they are each entertaining and intertwine with other characters' goals. That said, they are somewhat standalone, so if you enjoy one story, it doesn't necessarily mix with another character's. The cast of characters is mainly female. Each character is unique, which makes finding your perfect party of 3 characters so much fun. The game has gone through many balances over the years, so it was great for me to jump in and see how the characters have changed. Skullgirls' second Encore is a game created by fans of the genre, but also by the community who plays it. Being an indie game, fans have direct communication with the developer, which allows this game to really shine in terms of accessibility and individuality. There are systems while fighting that have been put into place that make combos feel responsive, with things like ways to stop players from spamming attacks. This is a fighting game that is truly reminiscent of arcade fighters from the past, with all the charm included. The combos in the game can take some practice, but players could easily button mash their way through some fights. Being available for some time now across other platforms, I was eager to see how the Nintendo Switch handled some of the more intense animations in the game. Luckily for players, it doesn't miss a frame. Everything felt smooth and the control input felt responsive enough for me to pull off the longer combos. With that said, I did end up using a Pro Controller for the comfort alone. Skullgirls' second Encore is as beautiful as ever on Nintendo Switch. The game's hand-drawn animations have aged so well that it manages to look like a game released from this year. The characters each have so much personality and life to them, even for the short amount of time that you spend with them during their stories. What Skullgirls' second Encore doesn't offer is new content. It's the same game you've played years ago with a few balance implemented. The game is still being supported to this day, but I hope to see a new entry in the series because the game definitely deserves one. Skullgirls' second Encore on Nintendo Switch is simply Skullgirls on a new platform. It is truly an underrated gem, and if you haven't played it, then there's no better time to. The game has been shaped by an amazing group of dedicated developers and a growing community, but there can never be enough updates to keep the series alive. I'm glad to see more Skullgirls in 2019, but I'm hoping for a new entry. Also, Fila is best girl. Noisy Pixel is giving Skullgirls' second Encore a 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.